wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Jess Hilarious is here. And Teslin Figaro. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning. Happy birthday, DJ MV.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Birthday to you. Good morning, beautiful Jess Hilarious.
Hey, girl.
Peace, Tez.
All right. Well, let's jump right into it. Let's talk Donald Trump.
Well, this is actually his Negro co-defendant has had a little complaint about what we call it a Negro wake-up call. Now, former leader of Black Voices from Trump, Harrison Ford, is one of ex-President Donald Trump's 18 co-defendants charged in efforts to interfere with Georgia's 2020 presidential election. He had this to say about why he believes District Attorney Fani Willis charged him with a crime with his other white co-defendants. Let's take a listen.
Harrison, you made a comment at the beginning. Do you think you were singled out because you're an African American and particularly a MAGA? You're MAGA. You're a Trump supporter. You're a patriot. You're a veteran. Do you think you were singled out because of that?
Part of it, part of the black culture is always voting Democrat. I went against the code, if you will, at the highest order. And so the district attorney decided she wanted to send me what we call as a Negro wake-up call. And she dialed the wrong number because it didn't go through. So we're going to make an announcement here soon at the courthouse steps. And it's going to be pretty exciting.
So he finally got out because he was stuck in there. Everybody else got out right away. He finally got out.
Yeah, he was the only person to spend time behind bars as a result of the indictment. And the reason why is because he did not have an attorney. He did not negotiate his terms of his bond terms like everybody else. So he remained in jail. And I guess nobody, wanted to help him out, including Trump. But what's so interesting about this is, he and Trevana Cootie are the only two black people. Everybody else were, the white co-defendants. So I don't know what Negro call he's talking about, but it did go through, actually. The call went through because he was booked. But I just think it's interesting to hear conservative whining about race. Is that what he's doing or what?
Yeah, that was an extreme plot twist for me because I didn't know black people could do an N-word wake-up call on other black people,
Right.
I had no idea. But that's clearly what he's doing.
Yeah, they said he raised $250,000, so people supported him. His bond was $100,000. He still can't afford a lawyer, right? He still doesn't have a lawyer or nothing. Public defendant?
Yeah, according to him. Now, there's also, I guess he might be running for Congress as well. So a lot of these folks will be taking this, and using it as an opportunity to, get in office, I guess. But I think the call came to everybody. I think Fani Willis has no problem giving wake-up calls to everybody across the board based on her record.
He accused a black woman of being racist. That's what he did. He accused the black woman, Fannie Mae Willis, of being racist.
I love how you renamed her Fannie Mae.
Fannie Mae don't play.
Yeah, because it's messing me up because I really be thinking that's her name. I'll be like, yeah, what the Fannie Mae do today?
Fannie Mae don't play. What did Fannie Mae do today?
What the Fannie Mae do today? All right, well, that is front page news. Can I ask you guys a question?
No.
What are those little bugs I've been seeing like crazy?
The new ones, right?
Yes.
I don't know. I went down to one of the restaurants down the street, and we sat outside, ate outside. They like fake half cicada, half something else. When they open up their wings, they're black and red, but they look like moths when their wings are closed and they just sitting there.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And they're big. Yeah.
Somebody just told me the name because I saw them spray down like 100 of them, and like they just were dead in the street.
That's why I said they operate like cicadas, but they're not noisy though. But they all like flock together.
How's a cicada?
Huh?
What's a cicada?
I said a
Georgia.
cicada.
Oh, what's a cicada?
They sell
You
that
don't know what a cicada is?
They got them at Chipotle. It's a wrap. It's a wrap and a
What's
bowl.
going on today?
What the hell's a cicada?
You don't know what a cicada is? It's like one of them flying roaches that come out every
flies.
17 years.
They call lantern flies.
What, cicadas?
No,
the
what
new
you talking
things?
about? Yeah.
No, lantern flies.
You've never heard of a cicada?
We call them flying cockroach.
No, you don't.
No, y'all don't.
I've never said no cicada. You ever heard cicada?
Yes, I've heard of
Red,
cicada.
you heard of cicada? Red from this area. He didn't know
Cicadas a little better than flying cockroaches.
Carlos, you heard of cicada?
Yes,
They come
we've
out
heard
every
cicadas.
15 years. They come out every 15 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, those are the new bugs. And they don't bite you. They just land on you and look at you.
So why they be telling us to kill them?
I don't know. I don't really like to kill them, though. I don't really do no harm to no bugs. I don't do that.
Lantern flies.
No.
Lantern flies, yeah. I don't know why they be saying kill them, but I don't think that they're real bugs.
What? You
I
think
don't
the
know.
government made him and
Yes,
just put
I
him out in
did.
the street?
Yes, I did.
Okay, let's go.
Allegedly.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Well, it
Yes.
says it is, they are invasive but deadly to plants. The plant hopping bug pierces plants with their mouth and sucks out the sap
Whoa.
of the stem.
They
stem.
Happy birthday, Envy.
They kinky.
Listen. He said they kinky.
Wow, they kinky.
The kinky cicadas.
All right.
Freaky Friday.
All right. Well, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. Call us up right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Just Hilarious is here, our guest co-host. And let's get in some front page news. Morning, Tiz.
Good morning. Even though we just said good morning a little while ago, good morning again, DJ Envy
Yes,
and
ma'am.
Jess Hilarious.
Hey,
and
girl.
Charlamagne the God.
Now, all
Peace,
the
Ted.
boxing fans out there, they're saying Errol Spence triggered the rematch clause to fight Terrence Crawford again. So that is going to happen.
Yeah, salute to Earl Spence. Still one of my favorite fighters. I don't really want the rematch, but you never know what can happen in a ring.
You're not gonna make a bet this time?
I didn't make a bet last time. I'm not gonna make a prediction, but
Okay, you're not gonna make a
you never know what can happen. But I don't see how things will be much different than the first fight. But you never know.
Well, let's jump right into it. Let's talk about the Georgia governor. What happened with the Georgia governor?
Yeah, yesterday, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp rejected calls from several far-right state lawmakers for a special legislative session to potentially impeach attorney Fannie Mae Willis, as you like to call her, after former President Donald Trump and his 18 co-defendants were indicted on felony charges as a part of her sweeping investigation into the efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Let's take a listen.
There have been calls by one individual in the General Assembly and echoed outside of these walls by the former president for a special session that would ignore current Georgia law and directly interfere with the proceedings of a separate but equal branch of government. Up to this point, I have not seen any evidence that D.A. Willis's actions or lack thereof warrant action by the Prosecuting Attorney Oversight Commission. But that will ultimately be a decision that the commission will make. Regardless, in my mind, a special session of the General Assembly to end run around this law is not feasible and may ultimately prove to be unconstitutional.
Drop on the clues bombs for Brian Kemp. Look at Brian Kemp doing what's right. Standing up against his party to say y'all fall back. There's nothing to see here. I respect it.
I respect that a lot, Charlamagne. Remember, he actually did that in the 2020 election when everybody was wanting him to not certify the state in favor of Joe Biden. He said Joe Biden won the election, and he stood on that. And by the way, that's what helped him a lot during the election against Stacey Abrams. I know a lot of folks wanted Stacey Abrams to win, but he was able to win over those who questioned, maybe if they wanted to, vote for him. Again, a lot of those moderates and Democrats that maybe not necessarily want to vote for Stacey Abrams. That's what kept him in office. And I see this helping him again when it's time to be elected. He's not playing the political game as far as this is concerned.
Yeah, like he said, he's respecting the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want at the end of the day. You want elected officials who respect, the Constitution. Like that's one of the things I thought Chris Christie did great on the debate stage. He kept telling Donald Trump, he kept bringing up the fact that Donald Trump said we should suspend the Constitution. You don't want no leader in office that doesn't believe in, the rule of law. So
Right.
Salute to Brian Kemp.
Now let's talk about laughing in the workplace.
Yeah, I like to do light stories. Friday's a great day to do one. A recent study found 2/3 of workers struggle with mental health issues, of which 91% they have lower productivity as a result. So there is a study that talks about laughing at work. And since you guys have such a good time at work, I thought this was a good study for folks to kind of, look and see how that can affect your mental health. It says that when you laugh at work, 3.75 times more likely to solve problems than those that are not laughing at work. And here's some tips on how to laugh at work. Now, none of these tips apply to the Breakfast Club, obviously, but the Breakfast Club helps you laugh on the way to work, but don't do what the Breakfast Club do at work because you'll probably lose your job. Because the number one thing they tell you to do is keep it clean. Make sure that your jokes are clean and not anything that would get you in trouble. The second thing is don't be afraid to fail. Make sure that you try out the joke first instead of, saying it like you guys do. Just kind of put it out there and see how it
That's
falls.
me. I'm shooting.
You shooting, right? have to keep it clean. Do y'all stick to
No, we don't keep it clean either. No,
obviously you don't. No. And then it says here, Jess, that some things are just not funny. It actually gave a reference to, not using the N-word or certain comments that, people just won't find funny. I thought that was hilarious when Donnell came up here earlier this week and was trying to really be vulnerable. And Charlamagne laughed at that, obviously.
He's getting tired of that. Donnell is getting so tired of Leonard, for real. Oh my God.
By the way, that's the one I disagree with the most.
He said, don't laugh at me. And Charlamagne immediately started laughing.
I disagree with people saying that some things are not funny. Everything is funny if it's funny. If somebody makes something funny, it's funny. I don't care what it is. You never know what you're going to laugh at until you hear what the person is talking about.
Right.
And you be like, you might laugh at some inappropriate or even some real sad stuff.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Yeah. I don't believe that.
Poor Donnell. And then the last thing was sometimes humor is not the right approach, Charlamagne. It says that everything is not always funny.
I don't believe that
laughter is a form of healing. That's why that's what I do. I make people laugh.
You really enjoy doing that, though, don't you? Just like on a serious note,
yes.
About why laughter just makes people kind of get through pain and stuff like that.
Yes, it takes so much to be mad. It's easier to actually be happy. People like being angry.
That's right.
Though.
And I like inappropriate jokes. I like when somebody can find the funny in something that's not supposed to be funny. Yeah. So I totally disagree with every single rule that they just gave us. Where that from, Taz? Where that from?
This is a study. Let me pull it up. It's a study. Let me see. Let me pull up the study. The state of the workplace. You can One Medical put that out. A study did a whole report on it. So,
and I've been like that my whole life. My mama, my wife. And if you've been working with me 13 years, he'll tell you, like, everything ain't funny.
Yeah.
That ain't funny. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Everything is funny. Yeah. What y'all
that is crazy. We see in interviews stuff that's not funny. Should be funny. Should not be
funny. And it was actually a survey. 800.
No, I know you ain't talking.
Just find everything funny.
No, I don't, Taz. Not young struggle face stuff.
And then Jess will act fake concerned and just be like, oh, my God. And Jess say, oh, my God, she fake concerned.
She don't care.
No, she don't care at all. She like,
I love it. But this really was a study, though, survey with 800 HR folks across the country. So they disagree. But I will say this for those who are listening. I appreciate you guys helping people laugh on the way to work because you just never know what workplace they're going into. Maybe everybody's not laughing there. So you guys keep people laughing. I appreciate it. I definitely laugh for sure. It's why I love it here.
Thank you, Taz.
Oh, that was nice. Wasn't that nice of me?
That was so nice of you.
All right.
Make sure you subscribe to Tez and Figaro's podcast. It's Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio Podcast Network. Follow Tez on all social media platforms at Tez and Figaro. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend, Tez.
Absolutely. Peace, y'all. Love y'all.
All right.
Love you too.
Wake that ass up.
In the morning.
The Breakfast Club.